welcome back, anglers. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to Russian Fishing 4. So last episode, we've just started to go into a bit new parts of the map, like starting into this other side. I want to keep working slowly around, trying different spots out, see what kind of fish we can get. Try changing up the bait a bit too. I do have the porridge and dough that I haven't tried yet, so we'll start with that this episode. I did catch a few carp. Oh, well, here's pretty close to a spot right here, so let me try with this. And I want to adjust the... Okay, no, 40 centimeters I think should be good, because this area looks like it gets pretty deep out there, but let's just try over this way first. See what we can get off of the porridge dough, or whatever this kind of is, since we haven't used any of it yet. We still got the 30 pieces from it. Yeah, this weekend is just going to be trying to go for a few different spots, see what species we can catch, just trial and error for it, really. We were catching a few carp along this little stretch towards the end of last episode, so I'm thinking a good combination is if I want, like, the carp, I should be going with the pearl barley for it. So I'm kind of curious to see if there's going to be, like, anything that is more predominant for, like, with this bait we selected. And the only way to know is either look it up and spoil the fun, or just try it out for a while and see. Oh, was that a little salt? Yeah, there's a little bit of activity. I guess might be kind of like how the bream was last episode, where it wants to bring it up to the surface almost. It's definitely playing around with it. Just waiting for, like... Again, just have to wait and watch for that good tug before bringing it in. They're kind of tricksy. This is just like the end of last episode, where it was like a long wait with nothing happening. We at least saw it move around a bit, but... See, I wonder if I should try, when it is like getting dragged along, I should just try bringing it in, because at least, and I know it's like, it should be in the fish's mouth, so it might have a fair chance of being hooked then. I'm still learning myself. No, but there is, I think, a little bit of activity to it. Now I don't know. Now I do not know. Okay, there we go. Come on, one good bite and take it right down. Just moving it a bit. Oh, again. I don't know if it's like I'm still going too early at it or what's going on there, but... Some of them, it's so easy to know the right time. Others, it's just like that guessing game of when is the time to try getting the tension and bringing it in. It does take a little bit of time, too, to let the fish do whatever it is. Okay, that one was pretty easy. Ooh. Oh, another carp. Yeah, crucian carp. So I think it's kind of safe to... Oh, my bad. It's safe to say up around here is a good spot for the carp. And let me check the... Yeah, the fish keep right now. 1, 2, 3, 4... I'll keep looking, see if I can find another fish or two. Like, let me try going a little further along. And maybe around these will be an interesting spot. Yeah, you know what? Right by the cattails here might be pretty good to try. And let's try for a bit of a harder cast out. Okay, let's see what we might have here. I can't remember how big the carp had to be for, like, the mission turn-in, so that's the one thing I don't know if I should keep going. Maybe I'll try getting, like, a couple more of at least 300. And then once I got those, I'll switch for another bait. Let's just see. Oh, there we go. Now, are you going to be as fickle as the other one was, or are you just going to have a nice and easy, clear, pull now sort of style? Well, this might be another fickle one. No, this is actually one where the... No. Oh, come on, just another... Yeah, like, you're pulling it along, but I still feel like that was way too slow for trying to pull in. Oh, I guess it was too slow for, like, the take-in. We'll try by that again and see. I kind of feel like I want to switch the bait up, because it seems like we're getting the same sort of, like, activity on the float for this. It might not be the same species of fish, but all of them seem to be a lot of these really fickle little bobs, kind of drags, and then instead of, like, a nice sharp tug, it's more like a slow one. So it might be that the species that really like these baits are the ones that can be a little more difficult for me to read when to try on them. Oh, we just gotta give it time, let it do its own thing, or let them do their own thing. Just see what we can bring in. Yep, there we go. Okay, something's interested. It is moving it a bit. God, it's like a tease, isn't it? It's just a little bit of there. No. That... Oh. Oh, another carp. Only 157. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to... Okay, so what haven't I really used that much of? I guess I could try going for the... I'm not sure what the difference is between that worms and that worms. Like, I've got 104, so I'm guessing that was, like, from the free kit that I picked up. Well, let me try with these. And we'll go a little further down and then try casting out. Like, old little boat there. I guess remains of a dock or something. Now let's try casting out, say, here. Just want to see, can I bring the map up? Yeah, it looks like I can. Now this might be an area because of, like, where we're fishing out towards. I can increase the depth of, like, the line past the float more. So I think this goes down to, was that 4? Possibly 4. Let's just give it a little bit of time and see. It might be that I have it too shallow for the depth, and there might not be anything really around that. Yeah, I feel like I have the float too shallow for where it's cast out into, but I'll still give it a little bit longer just in case. Ooh. My bad there. Apologies for that little bit. Gotta mind where I'm resting my hands as I'm watching. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing anything on there, so I'm going to bring you in. Let me try this one closer to the shore, like, say, over here. It is a little hard to... Okay, I can kind of see it there. Yeah, I think if I do cast, like, straight out more into the water, I gotta really increase the depth down because of it having so much more volume over there. Is there anything lurking by these weeds? I mean, I just call them weeds. I don't know, it's just like a general term that, for like my family with fishing, like any kind of plants in the water was always weeds. I'm not sure if anybody else was like that, where that's kind of what you would call all that stuff or what, but that's just kind of how I grew up or was taught that. Ah. Well, let's not cast out... Yeah, that's maybe not too bad there. It is right by this. Kind of see if anything goes easily at it. I gotta remember that this isn't got... That unlike the angler, depending on the amount of power you do for your cast, it will change up the distance properly through it. So we don't have to always throw it out at full speed. Or at full distance. Nothing even interested, eh? Yeah, I think I'm going to pull that in and try tossing it out back that way a little bit again. Bring you in. And let's try... Yeah, see if that does anything. It's a little bit more in the weeds, and of course I can't actually see it right now. There we go. A little bit of a better view at it. We'll see if this changes anything. And if not... Nope. Slow, gradual tug down. But not what we were really looking for. And I thought maybe, because it was going down, it might have been on there. Let's see. So far, the worm hasn't really been interest of anything, but we might be in the wrong spots for it. Again, there's so much trial and error, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. Just that way it gives, like, a little bit more learning stuff to watch and do. Because if you just go on and, like, find out the best things and the best spots, then, yeah, maybe you'll have the content going, but it still feels kind of, like, emptier that. You can at least hear, watch, and see the thought process of, like, going through it all. Oh. And, of course, as I get distracted, that's when you make your... Ooh. I think that's the first time we've caught a gibble carp? Gibel carp? I'm actually not sure what the name of that was, but maybe that's what I gotta do, is I actually have to watch the float less, and it'll just stay constantly down, and that's when I pull in. I don't have to try, like, actually setting the hook, it just let it automatically do it. It is something I haven't really done that much yet. I've always... Maybe it's because, again, I'm thinking like the angler where there's like the big strike that you gotta hit for bringing it in. Yeah, something's... Oh, something's pulling it a little ways out, isn't it? Oh, that's... Yeah, that's hooked right on there, ain't it? Oh, a chub. Yeah, so about 75% seem to be good, just to kind of toss it into that little patch there. I mean, I guess... I wonder if I should, like, as it's going, just try bringing in anyway. Because, like, as we saw there, the chub was hooked on it. It's just that I was so close to the surface that it wasn't actually bringing the float down. Let's see if we can get anything interested again. Also, one thing I do have to appreciate is it does seem like the day-night cycle for this game is much more tolerable and better. Like, that was one of my issues with Called Wild the Angler, is every time you would play it, it resets to, like, a standard time of day. So, you have to play for so long before you'll eventually see night. Oh, let's... Okay, I couldn't even see it anymore, I guess where it got pulled into. We'll try one more cast here, then maybe move off to another spot, just so that way I can keep better track of the float. But, the angler, yeah, the day-night cycle completely sucked, and I still see no reason to have not given the player the ability to adjust the time of day to, like, say if they want to target a nocturnal species, that just makes it so much easier for them. Not this you have to play for, like, at least an hour and let the day naturally turn over. I still think that's a big thing they've missed out on for that game, and if there's no plans to do or change that, I think it's just going to be a negative constantly with that. Oh. Ah, shoot. Oh. And we got a bit of rain here. Weather will probably affect, too, like how likely fish are to go after it or not. It kind of makes me wonder, would rain bring fish up to the surface, or would it drive them down? I'm trying to think of how that, like, trying to use some logic in that. I don't know if it'd be something like with the rain, there's chance insects, like, will have... I almost want to say, like, they'll get hit by the raindrops and hit the water's surface, so it propels the fish up, or with the disturbances on top, it'll drive the fish down deeper. Oh, what are you? Oh, our first bleak. Tiny little thing, ain't it? Almost like I'm catching a minnow. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to change position again. How far along does this road go? Oh yeah, it goes for a little ways still, so let's keep working down. And yeah, let's try out by this little fallen log here. Sure, we might not be going great distances, but at least we are covering some new ground getting into different areas. See if we can get anything from around here. You just gotta give it some time and see what happens. Or it could even be with rain, depending on the species. It drives some up and some down. That's another thing that I also can't really say. It's not like all fish follow the same rules and everything. Although, now that I think about it, I can't remember if the angler had... I don't think the angler did have weather at all, did it? I think it only had the day-night cycle. I don't think I ever remember a time there was like a rainstorm or anything that happened in the game. So yeah, I gotta give more kudos to Russian Fishing 4. It actually does give you different weather conditions that will probably play a part for the species you'll go for or get. And I gotta remember, if it's a slow thing like that, wait for it to come back up, and then it's like a sharper one bring in. Or it could be there's like a certain % chance of, you're able to, like, hook a fish, and I'm just getting unlucky with those. But I do see our comfort meter is going down. I just don't know what the negatives are if that does, like, hit 0. I guess we'll find out, won't we? I don't know if it's something where it's like you just give up and go back home and have to go back out, or what. Now I got nothing interested out of here. I feel like the worms are not quite a really good performing bait. Oh, I say that, and then all of a sudden, something big's taken this one. An eyed, and actually, it's 651. Okay. There I was thinking nothing was interested, and instead we actually got a fairly good-sized fish there. Well, possibly good size. At least for where we're at right now, I think it was a good size. Yeah, so how are we doing time-wise? Maybe I'll try to get one more fish, and then we'll take everything back to the cafe, and just see if I got lucky with any of the orders. I think how it is right now for, like, the baits I've used, the worms are kind of like a mixed one. It seems like they're kind of like the harder one to get any interest in, but things like the more, maybe like the bloodworms, or I should look up what they actually are. But the bright red ones were really good for getting us the perch. Oh, again, apologies there. The perch and the roaches, I think that's what we got with those. The pearl barley, the bread, the doughs got us the carps quite a bit better. So it is just kind of learning and figuring out what bait to try for what species you're after. For now, with it being like such a grab bag of trying for anything I can get, it might not hurt just to keep this learning going and slowly trying out a bunch of different new things. Or at least what I have access to. I'm not really in a rush to try to get the bottom fishing thing. It is our next goal, but I'm not going to say, like, we're going to hard tunnel vision to min-max it and get it as soon as possible. Now, let's slowly take and explore and experience the game further. I say that, and not a thing seems to be interested in it right now. Just looking around, is there another spot I want to try casting this at? Yeah, let me bring you in, because I don't think anything was really interested. Okay, so the worms we're using here didn't really seem much. I guess I can try these guys. It is a different kind of worm. I'll just try more over this way. Hearing a few things going on around us, but just a little bit of ambient noise. Oh, there we go. Okay, are you going to be fickle, or are you going to, like, be a nice, just easy... Now, see, that was pretty gradual, so I think it was smart that I didn't pull in on it. Come on. Just give it a really good bite. Yeah, you're more and more tempted. Just really munch on it. There we go. What are you? Oh, another carp. Kind of surprised that I got you for, like, on the worms. But you know what? With the time it is, let's head back to the cafe, because it is probably going to be a little bit of a, well, a small jog. I don't know. I wonder if this actually does burn into, like, your energy meter. Like, it doesn't really look like it. I think it actually looks more like it's going into my food meter. Then we do have some random buildings around here. Oh, workshop. In the workshop, you can repair the rods and reels as well as buy various tools and materials for crafting. Really? Okay, so... I guess as each individual part of, like, say, things wear out, you don't have to feel like it's a complete loss of the product. You can have a way of, like, repairing it. Famous inhabitants, what? Okay, so I guess, like, that's special fish. Okay, so this is just like the leaderboards. Yeah, I was just looking to see if there was a way to, like, track of, like, what all the species were per one area might be. Let me just get back over here and check in the cafe. I don't know if we'll really have anything for it, but we can just check anyway and see. Okay, so we've gotten some cruciate carps, but they need to be pretty big there. But, oh! Okay, so I could actually get that done. How many did I need for there? Okay, so I need 5 for that one. There is a white bream for 800, but I don't have the size for that. Haven't gotten any roofs. I need 7 roaches of that size I haven't gotten yet. Yeah, you know what? This is the best one. Might as well just sell all them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm trying to remember how I... There we go. Oh yeah, sell those. There's that order done, so that is a little bit closer. Yeah, the frog will only have been 146. The perch... probably should check and see, like, if there's another good one for perch. Because that one, I think I was doing pretty good getting those around here with the, the red worms, or blood worms. Actually, you know what, before I keep talking about that, let's see what they actually are. The larvae, that's it. And then because this is the end of the episode, we're going to just sell the rest in the market, so that way nothing, like, goes to waste. I don't know if this... Oh, actually, we're going to get a little bit of money from it all. Yeah, 414. Going slowly but surely, but we are going to keep steadily making profit because that's kind of the objective. Slow go, learn bit by bit before we do tackle the next big chunk, which will be the bottom fishing. It might be a little bit of a ways off, but I think it'll be worth it, just taking this slower approach. I just want to see... Oh, actually... Okay, comfort might be going up now. I thought, like, maybe I'd have to go back into our own place and then go from there, but maybe not. Again, there's a lot of stuff that just gets so overlooked by the tutorial. Let me just see what happens if I do go in here. Like, kettlebell. Insufficient energy. Okay, I thought I'd, like, be able to come in here and almost, like, just, like, sit for a while or something. Like, okay, this is, I think, well, awards, but I know there's also, like, you can cook in the game, too. That's supposed to help you out a bit. Okay, there's our, oh, lordy. Oh, you know, you can probably read this entire book if you do know Russian. Well, maybe not the entire book, but maybe you can read majority of what's here. I'm just going to let our comfort go back up. Now, more stuff for awards or that. Oof. Not exactly the greatest signal. Can you even turn... You can, but oh, I apologize to you guys, and my own ears are sore from that. Yeah, if you want to place reels or rods, you could. I guess if you have some pretty big rods, you could too. Like, good lord. Oh, I guess that shut off the main light, didn't it? Yeah, there we go. I figure we'll just get comfort up, and then head back outside in the episode. Is there anything else? Nope. I guess if you wanted to place, like, trophies or that, you find you could. Just the clock going. Anything else around here? Doesn't super look like it. Yeah, see, I have no idea what the kettlebell... Unless it's supposed to be, like, help you for strength training? Okay, well, we'll turn the fire off because we are doing pretty good now. And we'll just step outside and end this episode of Russian Fishing 4 here. Again, there's quite a bit to it that it doesn't really, like, guide you to, and I still feel is, like, the biggest thing to try to do better. No, nothing from that. I got a wheelbarrow. I was just wondering if there's, like, a really old shovel or something you could pick up for, like, going around. Doesn't look like it, eh? No. No freebies. Well, aside from the administration building, if you want. But yeah, we are going to end this episode right here. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Russian Fishing 4. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Next weekend, we're just going to keep going around the lake shore to places we haven't been yet, trying different baits, see what we can pull in, and try to earn a little bit more money if we can, because slowly we are pulling a bit in. But thank you guys very much for watching. Until I do catch you in the next video or episode, anglers and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy angling.